Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we are going to do some rainbow hair. Ooh, am I excited. I have not dyed my hair rainbow since November 1st. That was the last time I bleached my roots and did like very fresh, vibrant rainbow. That is like 3 months too long. I need rainbow hair now. So let me tell you the plan and the pattern we're gonna do for today's hair. Today's pattern is, again, something different. I plan on keeping this color until probably summer because I don't want to have to try and remove color out of my ends. So basically there's a trend going on with like the e-girl hair where you dye the front 2 pieces of your hair one color and then the rest of your hair is a different color. I love that and I want to do that, but at the same time that only like allows me 2 colors. That's not enough for me. So what I've decided to do is do the e-girl hairstyle, but a rainbow version. So I'm going to section out these 2 pieces of my hair right here. And these 2 pieces are going to be horizontal rainbow. So they're going to be like this. And then the rest of my hair is going to be the standard jawbreaker technique that I normally use and that I love so much. When I first started dyeing my hair rainbow, I used neon colors from Arctic Fox. I'm not sorry. Arctic Fox is my favorite hair color brand. They're amazing. Their colors come out of your hair so easy when you want to remove them. You don't have to like fight to get them out. I love the color selection that they have. They smell good. The consistency is nice. So I'm using all Arctic Fox today. To section off my hair, I use these little metal thin, I think they're called duck clips. That's what I use. It's just easier and they're smaller to just section off, and I have a whole entire container of them. Here are the front 2 sections. I want to make sure that they're thick enough. I also have never seen anybody do this color before, which is exciting. You guys know I love finding new ways to do things or new hair color patterns that nobody else has done. That honestly took so long for me to section right now. It took me probably like 30 to 45 minutes just to section my hair. I'm like sweating. Okay, so let me show you the sectioning. I just pinned these 2 up since I'm not going to be dyeing them until last. And then I have just my sections right here. Okay, I have my cape on. Let's go ahead and mix up colors. For pink, I'm going to be using a combination of Electric Paradise as well as Virgin Pink. It's mostly going to be Electric Paradise with a tiny bit of Virgin Pink. For my orange, I'm going to be using Porange with a little bit of Sunset Orange. For my yellow, I'm going to be using a lot of Neon Moon with a little bit of Cosmic Sunshine. For my green, I will be using Iris Green, Neon Moon, and I will probably do a dot of Aquamarine. For my blue, I will be using Aquamarine and Arctic Mist Diluter. For my purple, I will be using Violet Dream, Purple Rain, and Arctic Mist Diluter. I do have a towel on my lap. In between each color, I will be wiping my hands on the towel to make sure to not cross-contaminate the sections. Let's get started. Okay, so my plan going into this was to talk to you guys and hang out with you while I was dyeing my hair, but this took all of my concentration and energy, so I literally didn't wind up talking at all during this, so I decided to hop on here, do a voiceover, maybe give you guys some tips, and talk to you while I dye my hair. So here's the first tip. On this section right here, you see I'm applying the orange first, and then I lay that section down and I go ahead and apply the yellow. That way, when I'm applying the orange to this back section, I'm not going to get it on the yellow section and potentially like cross-contaminate. So I make sure to apply the lighter shade before I apply the darker shade, just in case the orange does wind up touching that yellow section. There's already yellow color on it, so even if the orange bumped onto that section, it would have a little barrier of that color to protect it. So that's one tip. The other thing I do is I comb out every section before I put dye on it. It just helps with saturation and helps to make sure you're coating everything really well. Here's another thing that I want to talk about is I start by taking the whole section and applying the yellow at the roots, and then I take my fingertips and I like rub that into the root area, and then I split the section into 2 because the sections are way too big to color all at once. So I just split it into two sections, a top and bottom piece, and then I just apply the color to those sections individually. It makes it way easier to saturate the hair and make sure you're covering everything really well, rather than taking a huge chunk of hair and trying to cover it and then it's spotty and there's blonde pieces in it.
Ooh, bitch, this looks sick.
I decided to go ahead and do those bang pieces because I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough color and I wanted to make sure that the colors matched. So I went ahead and started sectioning off my bang area, and I am directing it towards my face because when I separate my hair and when it falls naturally, it'll be a little bit more diffused rather than me applying the color on the sides of my head. It would be more like horizontal lines and it wouldn't be blended as well. When you're over directing the hair towards your face and applying the color, it's going to have more of a diffused blended look when you part your hair back to the way it normally falls. So that's why I decided to do that. So I'm using foil to section each piece off, and then I am just taking very small sections to make sure that everything is coated really, really well. I'm applying all the color, and then once all the color is applied on the hair strand, I just go back in with my fingertips and I just run over each color and blend it together with my fingers to make sure that I didn't miss any sections, everything's coated really well, and that it's blended. Right here you can see me going in with my fingers and just blending all the colors together. I try to give you guys tips and advice about dyeing your hair and what makes it easier. I don't know if it helps, but I try, so that way if you guys want to do this at home, maybe it makes it a little bit easier. But I just want to say, this is very, very difficult to do at home. I don't know if it looks easy to do, but it's really not. This is the hardest rainbow pattern I've ever done on myself. It took so much energy and concentration, and it literally took me all day to dye my hair. It was worth it, but because I had hair laying in front of my face and covering my eyes, it was so hard to see what I was doing. It turned out fine, but it was very difficult. So if you're new to dyeing your hair or you just want to try this, I would say take your time or have a friend help you or something, because it's very difficult to do by yourself, or maybe choose a different hair color until you get used to dyeing your hair at home, because this is not easy. For my bang area, I did take 3 different sections because the hair around my temples are shorter and that's where I have the most breakage and baby hairs. So I just sectioned my front pieces into 3 different sections. And here I am finally done, and I am so happy that that part is over because it was the most difficult. If you're doing this at home, having a mirror behind you as well as in front of you makes it easier. It's still very, very difficult to do the back of your head at home, don't get me wrong, but having a mirror is necessary because you're gonna need to see the back of your head. It's very difficult to do, but the more you do your hair at home and the more you get used to doing it, it makes it so much easier. And I haven't done my hair since November, so I think that's another reason why this time it was much more difficult for me. I was not used to it. I was like out of the rhythm of dyeing my hair, so I kind of had to like relearn and teach myself a little bit. But having mirrors will help you significantly. Also, having a friend or family member or someone help you definitely makes it easier. All right, I'm back. That took forever. I think that might have been like the longest time it ever took me to dye my hair. It was unbelievable. I'm very glad it's over. Everything is applied. It looks really good. I'm going to take down these front sections and just make sure they're saturated because I don't want to leave any blonde pieces. So I'm just going to go through, make sure they're covered front to back and I didn't miss anything. So let me take these pieces down and then I'll spin around and show you what everything looks like. See, there's some blonde pieces that aren't covered in through here. So I'm gonna make sure to resaturate everything really, really well. I think this piece looks very saturated and good, so we don't gotta worry about that. Oh, this is gonna look so cool. All right, let's take down this big piece and see what we're working with here. This is the piece I'm more worried about, making sure it's completely saturated. All right, guys, everything is applied. It's saturated really well. Let me spin you around and show you what everything looks like. I feel like this is gonna look so cool. You guys always ask me how I rinse it without the colors bleeding. If you just use really cold water, the colors don't bleed on each other. So let it sit for a few hours, rinse it in really cold water, and I'm just gonna condition it, no shampoo. I will come back to you guys on a different day. This is taking me literally all day. So I'll be back on a different day and show you how everything turned out. All right, guys, it's the next day. I'm back. My hair turned out incredible. I mean, hello? Do you see this? This is my favorite hair color I have ever done. It is so cute. I love these front two pieces. They turned out amazing. And bringing them forward when applying the color really helped diffuse the lines. So it's just not like solid lines. It blends together really well. The colors repeat twice. It just turned out so, so amazing. The colors are so neon. On camera, I'm sure you can tell too. Here are my neon eyeshadow pigments that I have on, and they are a perfect match to my hair. Everything turned out better than I could have expected. All of the time I spent on my hair was 100% worth it. This is my favorite hair I've ever had. Let me know which rainbow pattern I've done is your favorite. This one is 100% mine. I'm gonna be keeping this for a while. I'm always styling my hair with these front two pieces down, so having them be different than the rest of my hair, I love the way that it looks. Let me turn around and show you the back. It's cute. Here's what it looks like without the butterfly clips in, and when it's just down naturally. It still looks so cool like this. Oh, I love it so much. You literally can't even tell that some of my hair fell out. Like, there's no broken off pieces or like chunks missing. My hair literally looks the exact same length and thickness before I lost all that hair. So for everyone telling me that I should shave my head, you're crazy, because my hair feels and looks fine. That is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that will be in the description down below. I post way more of my day-to-day life on there. Give the video, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and until next time, guys, stay weird. Bye.